All right, all right, all right. All right, thank you for logging on, tuning in to another episode, Gospel Talk Radio. I'm your host, I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. And I know you probably looking down and you see ain't no subscribers on this channel. I just started this channel. I got several other channels, but all them other channels just been taken down because I speak the truth. So, what I want everybody to do, if you stumble on this video and you want to follow me, and you want to follow the truth, well, all the links is in the description area of this video. You can also log on to my Facebook fan page where I update brand new news stories. Pastor Michael Smith on Facebook. That's Pastor Michael Smith on Facebook. Hit that follow button while you're over there, and I'll be over there. See you over there. All right. So, on this show, on this lesson, we're getting into Jacob Zuma. Now, before I can tell you about Jacob Zuma, I have to enlighten you about what goes on behind the scenes of Jacob Zuma and America. Notice, the same thing that's happening in America is happening in Africa. South Africa, that is. All right? Let me tell you something. See, we living in the last days, and the warlocks, it's been a long time coming since the warlocks been in position, top tier position. But we're not living in a warlock world. We're living in a world of the Baphomet. We live in a world of, what is the Baphomet? What is the characteristics of the Baphomet? A set of tetas, two set of genitals, a vagina, you know what I'm saying? A hermaphrodite. That's what Satan is. So that's the type of world we living in. And if you know about America, America is just a prototype of Africa. The same gods and juju priests that the Africans worship and the Africans go to is the same gods and juju priests the Americans come to. You understand? See, y'all ain't hear me. This is too deep for you guys. I don't think you guys gonna ever hear what I tell you. But like I'm gonna say it again. The same gods and juju priests that's in Africa and that the Africans worship is the same gods and juju priests that the Americans worship and go to. Now somebody may say, what is he talking about? Because you guys don't know. You guys are blind. Y'all got your blinders on. Y'all can't see. Well, let me tell you something. They made it this way. They made you Americans blind to the fact. That's why if you want to keep a slave and want to have that slave think he's free, what do? You keep them fed and you keep them entertained. They keep you fed every first of the month with those checks, and they keep you entertained by pushing this gay agenda with the reality shows, with the Hollywood movies, with the music. That's entertainment. As long as they got your mind distracted with the Maury shows and the Wendy Williams shows and Hot 97, as long as they got your mind distracted with that, you will never ask what's really going on. You will never ask. Because you too busy, want to keep up with the Joneses, want to get the new Jeezy sneakers, you know what I'm saying, want to get the new iPhone, want to get the new Bentley, want to get that guap. Well, you have come to the right place. You have definitely come to the right place. Because let me tell you something. The place that you just stumbled onto, this video that you just stumbled onto, you have come onto the right place. But I don't know how long they're going to allow me on YouTube. So what I want you to do is scroll down to the description of this video, hit that Facebook link, and go to my Facebook fan page and hit that like button so that you can follow me over there. Because you need to follow the truth and not follow the lie. All right. Now, some of you may say, oh, Africa is not the same thing. It's not the prototype. America is not the prototype of Africa. Yes, it is. Africa is just duplicated. America is just duplicated from Africa. It's just that America is more glorified and Africa looks like the hellhole. Africa look more like Haiti. But that's the thing. Let me tell you why. Because the Juju priests, they don't want no money. No, Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You blacks, whites, all you star-spangled banner people, you guys seek out the money. You guys seek out the fame. But it's a bigger agenda. The Juju priests that resides over in Africa, they don't want no money. No, 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 no. They do not want no money. They don't even, all they care about is because the Juju priest, same way Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light to get to the Father. Well, if you don't worship and you don't follow Jesus, then you following Satan. And do you know who you got to go through to follow Satan? To be all you can be in America and Africa? You got to go through the Juju priest. Yes, the Juju priest is like Jesus to God. The Juju priest is Jesus to Satan. That's what that is. But you see, y'all don't hear me though. Because don't believe me, or whatever I tell you, do your research and you'll be like, oh, that is true. That is true. The Juju priest is like the spokesperson to Satan. So these elites and anybody that you see in top tier positions, your Donald Trumps go to Juju priest, your Tommy Mottola, all your Hollywood elites, they go to Juju priest, your Jay-Z's, they go to Juju priest, you know, Jacob Zuma go to Juju priest. Anybody who's somebody in the world, Craig, went to a Juju priest. What do you think they do in Bohemian Grove? They go to the Juju priest. You understand? Anybody, because the Bible said, what profit a man or woman who gain the world but yet lose his soul? Or what will a man or woman give in exchange for his soul? So, in order for you to be something and gain the world, you got to lose your soul. You would have had to go to a Juju priest in order to get that large following on YouTube. You would have had to go to a Juju priest to get that large following on Facebook. You would have had to go to a Juju priest to be the top rated radio show on the radio station. You would have had to go to a Juju priest to be the #1 sitcom on network television. You would have to go to a Juju priest for your casinos or your business to be prosperous, aka Tyler Perry. You would have to go to a Juju priest because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Satan got hurled down here to the earth. The earth is in Satan's hands. Satan controls this earth. That's why the Bible tells us to separate ourselves from amongst them. Be ye holy. Holy just means separated because he is holy. See? But y'all don't hear me though. This is how it goes. This is what it is. Now your Juju priests, they don't care about money. All they want is souls. That's why the bigger you are, if you're president, the more blood you got to spill. If you're a top level rapper, the more babies you got to kill, the more people you got to sacrifice. Actor, the more people you got to kill. Because that's all they care about. All the Juju priests want is you to bring souls unto Satan. That's all. And at the end of the day, like Jacob Zuma, when he first got elected, when first became president, the Juju priest ordained that. He already knew that he was going to be president because he did the proper rituals for him to be president. But it also comes with an expiration date. You rise in glory in the beginning, and when your term is just about up, when your fame is just about up, you fall in shame. I'm going to say that again because I don't think y'all heard me. All these, and don't believe me, look at all of these celebrities, all of these rappers, anybody who is somebody. How did they rise? They rose in glory. They was heavy popular. They could do no wrong. They sold millions of records. They did this, they did that. You know what I'm saying? They rise in glory. And when they fell, how did they fall? In shame, rape, molestation, all type of shameful acts. They rise in glory and they fall in shame. Look at Jacob Zuma. He rose in glory. He was the best thing smoking when he first got elected, right? Then now, at the end of his term, what's going on? he's fallen in shame. You see, this right here, America is nothing but a prototype of Africa. Because let me tell you something. Like I said, the same people, the same Juju priests and same gods the Africans worship, it's the same Juju priests and the same gods the American Hollywood elites worship and go to. Don't believe me? When you see a pyramid, what do you think of? Do you not think of Egypt? I'm going to say that again because I don't think you heard me. I said, when you see a pyramid, what do you think of? Do you think of America or do you think of Egypt? I'd say maybe 90% of you all might say, oh, I think of Egypt. Well, hold that thought right there for one moment. Look in America. Take out your wallet. Look on the back of that dollar bill. Do you not see a pyramid? Yeah, it's a pyramid right there. Now I want you to look from east to west, north to south, and tell me, do you see a pyramid in America? No, you don't? Then tell me why is a pyramid on the back of America's dollar bill? On America's currency. Now, you do your research on what Egypt means. House of bondage. When the Israelites was in Egypt, they was in bondage. The Most High God said in Deuteronomy chapter 28:68, you'll be brought into Egypt again on cargo slave ships. Now, America's not Egypt, right? That's what you say. America's not Egypt, right? So what is he talking about? We'll be brought into Egypt again. What is the Most High God talking about? Deuteronomy chapter 28:68. We'll be brought into Egypt again. House of bondage. Because being that dollar bill got the pyramid on it, what do you women do? Sell your butt for that dollar bill. What do you women do? Jump on a pole for that dollar bill. What do you women do? Do all sorts of things for that dollar bill. What do you men do? Do all sorts of things for that dollar bill. Join gangs for that dollar bill. Rob, steal, and kill for that dollar bill. Is not that you enslaved to that dollar bill? Let me tell you something. Either you gonna be a slave of Satan or you are going to be a child of the Most High God. If you follow that dollar bill, you are a slave to bondage. Yes, house of bondage. You're in slavery. So you're a slave to bondage. You're worshiping that dollar bill. You'll do anything for that dollar bill. And then when some people don't have money, what they might do? If they have a whole bunch of money and so-called lose it, what they do? They may jump out the window, go crazy, right? See what I'm saying? So this is all a facade to all of you. Or you may say, oh, Jacob Zuma. Listen, they know what they doing. Just like the Bible says, we know what we worship. You don't know what you worship. You worship Jesus, which is Jesus. We know what we worship. You don't know what you worship. We worship a higher. You worship Yahweh. We know what we worship. You don't know what you worship. We worship the Most High God, a higher. You worship, you Christians, you Catholics, you Buddhists, you Muslims, you everything but what the Most High God called you to be. Japheth, Ham, and Shem. See what I'm saying? When I tell you the truth, and I think this is meat, and you guys are not able to chew meat. I should have gave you milk. But let me tell you something. What you got to understand is this, and they play it in the media. You guys don't know what you're talking about. The public, I'm talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're doing. Don't know what you're saying. They know what they are doing. They know what they are saying. They know what the end is. You guys don't know. You guys need to understand. You understand? You guys need to separate yourself from amongst them. Govern your own place. Govern your own household. How can you worry about a president when your household is not governed? The head of the household is out of the household. The woman of the household is running the whole household and wondering why the household is in disarray. So instead of you worrying about the president, instead you worry about who's tweeting and this and that about the president, never mind that, because they're going to do what they do. You need to govern your household first. And separate yourself and keep those commandments of the Most High God. And you will be up under a power source like no other. The Most High God power is over every other power on the face of this earth. You understand? It's over the power of darkness. The Bible said we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and rulers of darkness in high places. So you cannot worry about what's going on with the presidency, what's going on with the Congress. Because let me tell you something. If Jacob Zuma talking about, and Jacob Zuma them, they talking about Jacob Zuma corruption and money missing and murder and stuff like that. Is that something new? Or is that something old? They want to blame the reason Africa is the way it is because the white man came in and did something to that land. No, that ain't it. If you know biblical, it's because Ham, because that's who you guys are, y'all know, because Africa, yes, Africa is named after the white man who conquered that land and named that land Louis Scipio Africanus. That's what's his name, and he named that land that. But the original name of that land, when Noah came off that ark, Noah's 3 sons replenished the earth. Japheth, Ham, which you guys are, which South Africans are, Hamites. And that land over there is called the land of Ham. And you got the Shemites, which are the Negroes who was brought into America on cargo slave ships. Yes. So, being that you guys are Hamites, if you read the Bible and understand the Bible, you would know that your forefathers went in and uncovered the son uncovered the father's nakedness, slept with the father's wife, which is his step or whatever, however that goes. And that's why you guys are cursed. So when the people say, oh, to be black is to be cursed, he's not talking about the Israelites, which are the Negroes, the Latinos, and Native American Indians. He's talking about the Hamites. Because, see, the Hamites, which are the Africans, are the ones that went astray, are the ones that when the giants walked the face of the earth, yes, the angels that left their first estate, which was in heaven, came down to earth and went into the daughters of men and gave birth to the Nephilim, the giants. And it was rocks. One of you guys, Hamites, picked up a rock where it had all the medicines and the herbs and the cures of that on it. You guys took that and started doing what? Started doing rituals with it. Until this day, your land is full with Juju priests who do that same thing. And they do it how? Or out of the left hand. They deal with that voodoo. You understand? That's why you guys are cursed. That's why, yes, voodoo works, but the end result is death. The end result is that lake of fire. You understand? So let me tell you something. If you want to be free, Africans, South Africans, Americans, wherever you are, if you want to be free, the only way you're going to be free is you follow Christ. That is the only way. The only way you're going to be free is if you keep those commandments of the Most High God. You understand? You got to come out of that. Never mind what Jacob Zuma's doing. Jacob Zuma is going to do what he's going to do. Never mind what Donald Trump is doing. Donald Trump is going to do what he's going to do. What are you doing? Because Jacob Zuma can't save you. You can save you. Donald Trump can't save you. You can save you. You understand? So what have we learned here? Never mind that. Because let me tell you something. Them people, they're evil. No matter how much they come out their mouth and say they're for the people, Africa, the land of Ham, has been cursed. The land of Ham is always full. It was been always full with corruption. Even back in the pharaohs, they was full of corruption. Because for you to call yourself a god, that is corruption. That is denying the power that made you. You understand? So they've been full of corruption from the beginning. You understand? So don't blame it on one man, Jacob Zuma, about corruption. Because once Jacob Zuma fall, that's not going to end corruption. It's just going to be somebody else doing corruption. What you need to do is get rid of Sakawa. Get rid of all these Juju priests over there in that land. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of the Juju priests. And get rid of all of the demons that the Juju priests produce. And you probably got a safe land. But if you don't get rid of those Juju priests, you're going to always have evil over there. Because you're going to always have people who want an easy way out. The easy success. And they always going to go to Juju priests and kill some baby just for their success. You understand? Jacob Zuma, been exposed, Jacob Zuma. You've been exposed. Jacob Zuma, listen. You there, you are not. I'm done. I'm done here. I'm done here. But you must understand, they're going to do what they do. Jacob Zuma, Donald Trump, whatever president, they all in league together. I told you, it is a hostile takeover. And America is what? The prototype of Africa. Same thing that goes on in America is going on in Africa. The warlocks is coming down. It's a witch world. Because we coming up to Zuma-South. The Nimrod worship. You understand? Zuma-South married her own son, Nimrod. You understand? So that's why the women, all my women who's independent, it's a women's world. That's why the Bible says separate yourself. Because when he bring wrath down on this land, you don't want to be nowhere around. You want to be safe. You want to be the one with that mark of Christ on you. You don't want to be the one with the mark of death on you. So the best thing for you to do is govern your household. Never mind worrying about who's governing the earth. Never mind who's worrying about who's governing your state, town, or county. Just worry about governing your household. Just worry about getting your household in order up under Christ Yeshua. Up under the Most High God Ahaya. That's all you need to worry about. Other than that, everything else is BS. Now, Jacob Zuma, don't want to hear nothing else from you, Jacob. Don't want to hear nothing else. Donald Trump, don't want to hear nothing else from you. What I do want to hear from is all of you who is moved by this message, and all of you who are inspired by this message, and for all of you who had an ear to hear this message. This is for you. You got an ear to hear this message. Please, don't make me go away. Because YouTube is trying to make me go away. So what I want all of you to do, all of you who got an ear to hear this message, look at the description of this video. Click on that Facebook link. Go on over to my Facebook fan page and follow me over there. And I'll be over there every day going live with the truth. Because the Bible says he who the Son sets free is free indeed. So hear the truth and be set free. The Facebook fan page is Pastor Michael Smith on Facebook. Go on over there. I don't know how long I'm going to be over here on Facebook. Till next time, God bless you.